Om Shanti. Hope you all slept well in the new place. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky to get to sleep, and it's a bit noisier here in India, isn't it, than some of our countries. So let's just begin with 1 minute, and I'll play this singing bowl for you, which describes in sound what happens or potentially can happen in our mind in meditation. We can sustain beautiful, spiritual, powerful thought. And in this 1 minute, let's use a mantra. And the mantra can be something like this. You can personalize it, but it's a very good mantra. I am a peaceful soul. I am a peaceful soul. So go into that and we'll talk about meditation, and we'll have 9 meditations during this 45 minutes together. So to start us off, we'll have this beautiful pure sound of the bowl. Meditation is thinking, but thinking in a very different way. A human being is always thinking, even in our sleep state. We are always thinking, and I'm sure that you found during that meditation that other thoughts came. There's not just, I am a peaceful soul, but many thoughts come and go. First thing to realize about meditation is that that's natural. Other thoughts will come. You've set an intention to think about a spiritual theme or an aim of your meditation, and then other things take you away from that. Meditation is natural. We're always meditating. Mostly we're meditating on negative things. We're thinking about and pondering and reflecting, contemplating. But it's like, as they say, a vicious circle. So often we are caught in a cycle of thought that feels like we can't break it. Meditation is a gentle way of creating a new cycle of thought. Meditation is not difficult. It feels difficult at first because we get distracted. There are so many distractions. And here, in India, thank you for that example, wonderful. Anything can happen. In life in general, there's never complete stillness or silence. Even in the middle of the jungle or in the bush somewhere, in an isolated place, there'll still be noises. There'll still be distractions. The main distraction is in here, in our thinking. Meditation originally was the pure prayer. Not learnt prayer, but praying and talking or conversing with the inner self and the divine. And we've lost track of that. Our religions have become very formalized, institutionalized, and it's based on a hierarchy. Every system has that. But meditation gets us around all of those constructs and gets us to the essence of the self and the connection with the Supreme. And you'll be dealing with that in the next few days and going deeply into it. So meditation, what is it? And what isn't it? What is meditation not? Let's now do another meditation with no music. There'll be just sounds happening outside, even sounds in one's own body, people coughing. It's all fine. But now, as an experiment, let's see if we can completely blank the mind so there's no thought. For 1 minute. Good. We'll do lots of short meditations because this is very important to, like with physical exercise, we develop muscle, we develop toning. Same with meditation, it's exercise of the mind, of the soul. And so we need to do short, powerful, intensive meditations right through the day. Not just 5 or 10 minutes in the morning, or 20 minutes if you're lucky. But sure, start the morning with very deep meditation, and then right through the day, short meditations, and keep the momentum going. And then finish off the day with meditation. So meditation, what is it? It's thinking. Purely and simply, it's just thinking. And as you heard the sound of that bowl, we have the potential as a human being to have very pure, uninterrupted, I would say, vibration of thought, energy of thought that's in one direction. If you love something or someone, you can very easily absorb your thoughts in that which you love, and no other thoughts come. So if you think about the thing that you love most, it might be actually meditation. Whatever it is that you love the most, it's very easy to absorb your thoughts in that. So it's concentrated thinking, but as you've got your eyes open, has everyone got their eyes open? Yeah. Very natural. You don't have to close your eyes. So this is 9 points I've got today for you. First one, the The first point is about different styles of meditation, which we'll talk about. Second one is about posture. So we don't need a particular posture. I'll come back to styles of meditation in a moment. Just as you're sitting, some are sitting on the floor, some are having the support of the chair. It's fine to be in any position, especially with this style of meditation that you'll be learning and maybe deepening your practice of this week. So posture is important. I'm even feeling I need to raise this so I'm in a better posture. Yes, that's better. So with the straight spine, and as Sujata, sister who's doing the wonderful exercises with you, she was getting parts of the body all supple and moving very, very flowingly. The same with posture when you're just seated. It can help the mind. Now, if you're looking through your eyes, and I do advise to really experiment with open eyes meditation, if you're looking downward, there's more likelihood that you can be sleepy. If your eyes are just slightly upwards and just slightly, not closed, not half closed, but just resting your gaze. And what this does is actually puts you in a focused position mentally, because your physical attitude becomes mental attitude. Mental attitude becomes physical attitude. Both. So with the mental attitude we had just in that exercise of blanking the mind, I'm sure no one in this room was successful. Why? Because we were always thinking about something. In that meditation, you might have been thinking about not thinking, or distracted by a sound. We hear something, when there's a fragrance, these are all triggers for the mind to start thinking about something or feeling something. Styles of meditation. You just did one which was chanting, which is very beautiful. This institution, this family, this spiritual path started as the name was Om Mandali, and they used to chant Om. We don't feel it's as necessary now, but gee, it's a very powerful practice. Because now it's more about going into deep stillness and changing and transforming things within. So styles of meditation, we hear of mindfulness. It's become mainstream. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm David from Australia, Melbourne. In Australia now, mindfulness is mainstream. It's so accepted. And with great respect, mindfulness is from the lineage of Buddhism. And Buddhism is a very beautiful religion, as all the religions are beautiful in their own way. Yet, mindfulness is one practice. It's observing the thoughts, observing the feelings, letting things go, going deeply into a stillness. And I would be, brave and bold and say, not necessarily we're changing things within. If that's the aim, to transform, mindfulness might not get us there. So another one is prayer, pure prayer, which is more active, creative thought. Again, we may not transform deeply. And I'll go straight to Raja Yoga, what we're teaching here. The difference with all the meditation paths, I would say, from my experience of 33 years now, that Raja Yoga meditation is very actively and creatively getting deeply into the workings of the soul, of the self, deep self-respect, getting to know who I am, and making a direct connection with the Supreme, the greatest personality, the divine. And that connection, that changes everything. So that's styles. Posture we've dealt with. It's good to sit straight. You don't need a particular posture. You know, there are yoga postures that help meditation, but I think sitting straight. Let's just doing another breathing exercise now as a meditation. And this is about getting oxygen to your brain, to your body, and just, if you're feeling a little sleepy, do this exercise during the week and sit a bit further forward on the chair. Does that make sense? So that you're not slumped into the back of the chair. Because when we go upstairs, you might have noticed last night that the chairs are a little bit like that. I don't know about you, but for me that makes me a little bit sleepy. So I need to actively sit forward, breathe deeply, and I'll do the counting for you. It's 6 counts in through the nose, holding gently for 10, then out through the mouth for 10. And we'll do 3 of those as a meditation. In through the nose. Hold gently. Out through the mouth for 10. In through nose for 6. Hold gently for 10. And out through the mouth for 10. Again, in through the nose for 6, this time breathing in pure energy. Hold gently. And letting go of everything unwanted as you breathe out. Good. Please remember this through the week, what we've noticed over the years with this retreat, especially with any of us that are new to meditation. There can be a lot of sleepiness, and that's one thing we don't want to develop in meditation. So that's one thing that meditation is not. Sleep and meditation are 2 different things. It's good, I mean it's a lovely way to go to sleep, but when you want to really actively, powerfully experience new things, then we need to be alert. Not strict, not tight or tense, relaxed but very alert, very awake. And this is why the open-eyed meditation, at first it's challenging because there's again visual distraction. But if we persevere with that gently over time, it'll be so natural. You can even meditate as you speak, as you deal with others, connect with others. And I would suggest an exercise. This will be suggested during some of the classes. And we can do this now as we look around at each other very organically, just very naturally. See that there is a human being, you know, all the different shaped bodies, gender, different backgrounds, different cultures, different ages. But look towards the center of the forehead and see the soul, the beautiful sparkling star behind the eyes as you look around at each other. And I'm already seeing some smiles. It's such a beautiful, powerful, natural vision. This is called soul consciousness. Awareness that I'm not just this physical form, which is very important. This is the way that we express and experience in the physical world. And yet more important, the driver of the vehicle, the master of the costume, the actor is sitting inside. And sometimes we neglect ourselves, the actor. We don't come back to the essence. So I didn't see much looking around. Was that uncomfortable to do? to strangers. Just try it, like there's a meditation. Yeah. Even look back behind you, and it's such a beautiful vibration. Very good, thank you. So number 3 was breathing and being focused and relaxed. And if you feel a little sleepy, just sit straighter, sit further on the chair, breathe more deeply, and particularly change the thought. It's actually that easy. Change the thought. So meditation, what is it? Another description is self-directed thought. Self-directed thought. Not just being in the flow of stream of consciousness, like a dream state sometimes. It becomes like very dreamy. It's relaxed, but again there's nothing really changing. There's nothing powerful being experienced. Stream of consciousness can be very creative, but if I'm directing it, it can be extremely potent. And there's an energy to that too. So number 4 is pure intention, setting an intention every time you meditate, that you actually do something regularly. And it might be that you feel, I need patience. 33 years ago, I had 0 patience. Truly. And so it's one of the many things that I've set as an aim, and I wouldn't say I'm 100% either, but I'm getting better and better and better. And this is happening during meditation, that we keep improving. But I want to demonstrate something as a meditation about repetition. I'm now at about 48 years of playing drums, playing music. Practice of music and practice of any art form is the same as meditation. And for me now, 33 years of meditation and 48 years of drumming, music, feel the same thing. I couldn't imagine playing music without stillness and silence first. So repetition, how does this work? Very important. First lesson of drumming. You didn't think you were coming here for drumming, did you? Just a little bit of drumming. So right, left, right, left. You could do this on your lap if you like. So right, left, right, left, right, left. You can do it loud if you like. Give it some energy. Yeah. Good. Great. So that's called, thank you, that's called a single stroke roll. So single to each hand. Now you can imagine over 48 years how long I've been playing a single stroke roll, because that's the first lesson. And there are many other things, double, which is double stroke, two to each hand. I'll go back to the single stroke. So now, because I've played this so many times and very, very slowly at all different tempos, now you can hear that the sound of my voice and the rhythm of my voice has got nothing to do with what's happening down there. I don't have to speak in time. Now you could easily ask me a deep philosophical question, and this just continues. I look down at my hands and I'm thinking, wow, that's all happening by itself. So does David have 2 brains? What's going on there? So that is subconscious. Through repetition, I'm setting a program. And very detailed programs. Makes sense, doesn't it? So the subconscious has memory programs. And computer language now is helping us a great deal with spirituality. Because whatever we put into the program, if it's a corrupted program, that's how it comes out. If it's a program that really is very, very good, then that will be the same thing every time I touch the button. Every time I trigger that, it will be the same thing. So even something very, very difficult, This is a 5 pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Now, again, I don't have to speak in time, but that's just happening by itself, and I'm speaking over top of it. So I'm consciously speaking to you, but that's a subconscious program. How does this help our meditation practice? We need to practice repetitions over and over with a certain feeling. And we'll do one of those now, another meditation. Let's go into the feeling of deep peace. Other thoughts will come, but just have this thought and personalize it. It's very important to personalize your meditation with the word I am, or words I am peace. So let's go into that for about 2 minutes now. I am peace. And don't worry that other thoughts come, just keep coming back to I am peace. Let all the sounds continue. I, the soul, am naturally peaceful. This is my original state, my natural state. Thoughts are slowing down. I have a strong sense of who I really am. I'm a being of energy. I'm light and weightless. I'm sitting here in this chair or on the floor. I feel my physical body. And I gently detach. I am calm. I am peace. Other thoughts come and go like clouds in front of the sun. My own spiritual state is like a shining sun, like a star. Clouds of unnecessary thought, past thoughts, negative thoughts, ordinary thoughts come and go, and eventually I keep focused on the star, on myself, the point of light. I am originally and naturally peaceful. This is the true state of the self. And again, come back to the room very softly and gently in your own time, but keep the awareness of that meditation. I'm sure you're feeling that leaving the eyes open is quite natural and it's quite easy. So I love the word experiment, explore, experiment. And this retreat, I can guarantee, and all my brothers and sisters who are experienced in this meditation will guarantee that each of you will have some very big shift happen. It may have already started to happen. So number 6 is about reset and fresh perspective. Now, when you sit in meditation, I did skip number 5, which was actually about sleep and awareness, but we talked about it. So number 5 is really being aware of getting enough sleep and awareness that during this retreat, please be part of all the segments and the presentations, but sometimes in between you may need a little lie down, 20 minutes just to reset. Why am I mentioning this? They're big days. And drink lots of pure water, bottled water. Keep your brain hydrated. But also, just lying down for 20 minutes, could be longer if you've got it, but 20 minutes where you're in that in-between state, horizontal, so that there's not the gravity of your organs, it's even a rest for your body, but also just a little reset for the mind. Very important. So number 5 is sleep and awareness, and number 6, reset and fresh perspective. What's going to happen over this week is there's going to be a new perspective. It's like we can reset our consciousness. Even the atmosphere of this wonderful place is already doing that. This is the ultimate retreat place. And I was asked last night to mention, because it was probably just one of the things missed last night, about the white clothes. And I was really thinking about it last night and this morning in the early morning meditation. Because as a drummer, I don't go onto stage generally like this. It's usually bright colours or a dinner suit if I'm doing that type of job. So each type of work has a uniform. And white, sometimes the Indian whites or Western whites, it doesn't matter. But to be all in white, it's almost like this unifying factor of white has all potential colour. Just like silence and stillness is all possible sounds in silence. It's a blank canvas, for the artist. A blank canvas is silence. Also, a blank canvas, it's like coming back to the essence. White is simplicity, purity, cleanliness. And it's like we take the uniform off for a little while. I'm no longer the drummer. I'm doing a little bit of drumming, but number 1, I am a soul, a spiritual being. So that's the white symbol, if you like. Signifies simplicity. The other thing that was not mentioned last night, and I was also asked to mention, is you'll hear music coming on the hour. Depends on where you are in the campus. Sometimes you'll hear it on the half hour as well. And that's called traffic control. Traffic control is stopping the flow of thought gently and going back to the essence. So like traffic control, stop the traffic. It's just a lovely check-in with the self, check in what I'm experiencing, what I'm processing. And I know personally for me, when I'm in a centre, in Australia or here, so it doesn't happen in your own office, there's music coming on every half hour, unless you can actually set your computer to do a little bell or something to remind you. But when it's everyone doing it, it's so beautiful, so powerful. It's like we're all tuning in together to this very spiritual state. And that needs to be said too, that meditation for everyone is very personal, it's a very private thing. So even though we might be thinking about similar things, spiritual things, there's still your own individual way of doing that, your own individual path. So, Number 7, and I've already mentioned it, there is the potential in this week, and I would say in any moment, of profound shift, potent change. And it can come from realization, something you realize and think, I've got it. I understand. Then you meditate on that realization and further understanding can come, where your life can change. And that was another thing I think Michael mentioned last night. We're not here to make you all BKs. We're wanting to share what we've been given. And that's so wonderful, to be able to share that you take it in your own way and keep practicing and then share it with other people. So it's like one little flame lights another flame, lights another flame. And all the candles are different. Each one has their own special role to play. So another one, number 8, is that when we meditate, the first few minutes, I would say, is soul consciousness. And what we're doing with our mind is allowing the mind to be prepared. It's like a fertile ground or land, and we're laying seeds and watering the mind, preparing the mind to meet the Supreme. That's the ultimate meditation. Not just relaxing and letting things just flow through the mind, but no, really the highest aim. So let's now experiment. Prepare your mind. So just as you're doing, sitting very gently, take another deep breath. Feel that your mind is very innocent, like a child, and that whatever you feed your mind, with your intellect or with your will, whatever you want to think about, the child, the mind, will just run with that. So if you feed your mind the most beautiful concepts, universal truths, the mind will start thinking about that. And then the subconscious mind in the soul records that. Think, I am a peaceful soul. I am. Peace is my natural state. Yes, I get disappointed, I get angry sometimes, upset, but my real state is peace. I just have to remember. When I feel anything negative, I've just forgotten, just for a moment, and then I remember again. I can give my mind, the child, anything. Now I give my mind happiness. I feel I am a happy soul. I'm cheerful. I love being happy. Happiness is natural. When I'm unhappy or letting the past affect me, I've forgotten again. It's okay. I remember. I am a happy soul. With this happy and peaceful state, my mind is ready to go further and experience divine states of bliss, happiness beyond the senses. The highest state of the human soul. And number 9, the things I wanted to share with you is that the oldest memories within the soul are going to be revived. It's like the ancient original self is going to come to the fore again. Realizing you're playing this particular part now, but you've played many parts and you are returning home to the self, the real self. So just as I'm speaking a commentary now, you'll learn to do that for yourself. So the self-talk, the way you talk to yourself, is very beautiful. In your mind now, as best you can, say to the self, convince the self, I am a beautiful soul. I'm a very valuable human being. Say to yourself, I am unique. I'm no better than anyone else, but I'm no less than anyone else either. So allow the original self to emerge, re-emerge, and see that original state in everyone. Om Shanti. Have a beautiful day.